died, didn't it?
Как бы против мигрантов, все. Короче, нормальная тема.
Howdy, boss.
All right, lads. Nice things.
But not being provoked by the state and its agents. Drew Harris today directed that our march be forced down O'Connell Street to initiate a confrontation with the NGO sector in this country. We are the majority. We face them down. And we face them down by sheer numbers. We don't need to engage with those people. They are yesterday's men. They're gone. They have destroyed this country. And they'll learn that very soon. What we intend to do today is to have a speaker. There are a number of political parties on our side of the fence. There will be short speeches from a representative of each of those parties. We intend to have any of the election candidates standing up here. So if there are any candidates out there, come forward. Last November, or November 2022, when East Wall started, all of the claims and allegations we made about people having no passports, about using office buildings, about the increase in crime, the political establishment now accepts all of those points, despite calling us fascists and racists and everything else. Those labels in Ireland today are meaningless. I don't care what they call us. We represent the 60-odd% in last week's opinion poll, the 75% in the opinion poll before that. We are on the right side of history. We are here today, not for ourselves. There are many elderly people here. We are here to create a future and to ensure that we have a nation to hand over to our children and our grandchildren. None of us here work for the state. None of us work for an NGO. And if anybody was in any doubts about what NGOs do in this country, they only had to listen to O'Gorman a number of weeks ago. When he said, if you don't come out and remove mothers from the Constitution, we'll stop your funding. And en masse, the National, not a woman council, came out, who get over £1 million from the taxpayer, came out and started campaigning. The first kick in the teeth well, this is the kick in the teeth for the government. The next kick in the teeth is the 8th of March, when we reject. When we say that the most valuable asset we have in this country is our mothers. Your own mother and the mother of your children. No woman or mother, and the Constitution says mother, not woman, was ever changed to the kitchen sink. The only people who lost their jobs because they got married, and that bar went in 1974, were people who worked for the banks and people who worked for the government. Nobody in the North Inner City worked for the banks or the government, and they still don't.
And the homeless.
And don't be under any illusions with the statements and the shift in position by the government class and the Irish class. They're a breed apart. They are looking towards the election. They know they've lost the referendum. They know they've lost the election. And we need to just ignore what they're saying. Nobody here believes Helen McEntee about anything. But nobody believes she's going to charter a plane. We need to reject the boy barracks and the cafe latte, privately educated spokespeople for the working class. We are the working class. And the previous speaker quoted Patrick Pearse. I'll give you another quote from Pearse because it's as apt today as it was in 1915 when he spoke at the grave of O'Donovan Rossett. When he said, they have worked well in secret and in the open. They think they have pacified Ireland. But the fools, they have left us our patriot dead. And Ireland unfree will never be at peace. We need to go forward. And the next protest, everybody here needs to bring somebody else with them. They told us that there were violence. They told us it's not safe for women and children. We say, bring your women and children. We got no publicity apart from what we could get ourselves.
We don't need it. We're better than ever.
Then, their protest got all of the publicity. And look at what they got, a couple of hundred people. If that. We are the people. And we have risen. And I just want to introduce you to the next speaker from the Irish Freedom Party, which is Herman Kelly.
Lads, it is fantastic to see this crowd out today. I wasn't expecting it, but you know what? It tells us something. It tells us that times have changed. We are in a different Ireland than we were in this time last year. The entire country is getting on their feet and they're mobilising because they see what these animals in Leinster House are doing to our country. Now lads, I need your attention for a minute because I have something very serious to talk about. A woman from Tullamore, her name's Dolores Morgan. She's been suffering with cancer for the last few years. Dolores had to go to bed at night time at 6:10 with her hot water bottle because she couldn't afford to heat her home. Okay, Dolores passed away the other day. And she was buried this morning. So if you can, I just want a few moments silence for Dolores from Tullamore. I have her picture up. Look, you're not going to see it, but the cameras might pick it up. If I can get a moment silence for Dolores, please. Thank you. We can all say a prayer. Thank you so much.
For Dolores!
Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause to Dolores Morgan and celebrate her life. Lads, that's Dolores' partner. He's going to carry on her flame. You all give a big round of applause. I'm not going to stay up here for much longer, but we all see what's happening in our country. We all see what's happening in our towns and villages. It was isolated to the big cities. It was isolated to Dublin and Cork. Now we see it everywhere. But on our march up here today, we had some rabid communists. And that's, I don't know how many there was, there might have been 200 or 300. But I want you all to keep in mind, and these are official figures, and I stole this from Mick O'Keefe's Twitter, okay? There were Labour Party supporters in that crowd of communists, but guess what? 6% of those Labour supporters will now vote for the National Party. 7% of that crowd were from People Before Profit, and they're going to vote for the Irish people. 18% of that crowd of communists were from the Social Democrats, but they're going to vote for the Irish Freedom Party. And guess what? Guess what the best part of it is? 36% of that crowd were shitters. And guess who they're voting for? They're voting for Ireland First! Yes!
You'll never beat the Irish!
You'll never beat the Irish! You'll never beat the Irish! I'm going to get off the microphone. Thank you all for coming out here today. We've some more fantastic speakers.